What's up, guys? It's Gothiccornila, and today we are continuing on our Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club Pro Jared route, so let's get started. A few hours passed, and the water was starting to feel genuinely cold to me. I was floating on my back, watching the clouds drift by, listening to Mai trying to freak PBG out. This is a safe beach. I looked it up. They net the outside so big fish can't get through. You really think a shark couldn't rip through a little net? I checked. It's a special reinforced net, so you think they couldn't jump over it? As I floated, my head bumped into something squishy, and I turned. Jared beamed down at me, a look of pure, sincere affection on his face. I'm really happy right now. My eyes widened. My heart stopped. He looked so happy. Jared. He pulled me into his arms, and I flushed, conscious of the fact that between the both of us we were practically naked. Jared buried his head into my hair, nuzzling me happily. Thank you, Hana, for putting up with me. Thank you for being my girlfriend. It's our anniversary today, isn't it? It is? 3 weeks. Thank you. 3 weeks, really? I flushed, holding onto his arms, feeling them tighten beneath my hands. It was strange to feel the muscles begin beneath his skin. My own arms were so thin and frail, and his skin was so rough. I shook my head rapidly. I'm sorry that I've been kind of a jerk lately. No, I'm sorry. I didn't get where you were coming from. It makes more sense now. That doesn't make it any easier to deal with, though. Thanks for that. You're welcome. My heart thumped hard in my chest as I finally vocalized the question that had been in the back of my mind for weeks. Jared, you trust me, don't you? I felt his body go rigid. He swallowed quickly. Yeah, of course I do. I trust nobody more than you. Goosebumps rippled across my skin. There I was. There was the weirdness again. I gently took his arms from around me and looked him in the eyes. He looked at me uncertainly. All of the affection and calm that had been there was now replaced with abject fear. Hey. Jared. He was acting like that again. I couldn't make him stop being like that, but maybe I should just talk to him about it. Did he even know he was putting up walls like this? I didn't like it. I liked it much better when we got along like we were doing before. But that wasn't an option because he decided what? That I was going to hurt him? That I didn't accept him the way he was? He was regarding me like I was going to suddenly explode or draw a knife from underneath my swimsuit. I bit my lip. Should I bring it up or should I leave it where it was? No, address the issue. Jared. There must have been something in the tone of my voice or the way I was looking at him because an expression changed and he folded his arms. I pressed forward. You always get like this around me. You cave in and act like, well, you act like a completely different person. You get that loud, obnoxious playboy personality, and it's put you like 15 walls between us. Why are you doing this? Can't you just trust me? Can't you just be yourself? I am being myself. No, you're not. The real you is a cheesy goofball who plays D&D and loves improv comedy, and is okay being, I don't know, genuine. You think I'm not genuine? So what? Have I been lying to you? No, it's not that, but... Jared sighed and ran a hand through his hair. Every time it's like this. What? He said it more to himself than me, but shook his head. Forget it. Just forget it. Let's just... He glanced at the beach. I'm gonna take a nap. Let me know when we're heading back. What? Wait, what happened? I don't understand what I did wrong. Jared waded through the water towards the beach, not even bothering to respond to my entries. It was ridiculous. It was stupid. I had never known that watching somebody walk away from me could also cause me actual physical pain. A sharp burning shot in my chest all the way to my fingers, and I rubbed my hands nervously. It just wasn't working. No matter what it did, it didn't work. Oh dear. I fucked up. The next week went by like a stuttering engine. There were times that Jared and I got along well, really well. Times when I understood why I wanted to date him in the first place. But then there were more times, far more times, where Jared put his mask on when I came around. He got in trouble for skipping class, but wouldn't even tell me how his confrontation with his teacher went. He vanished during lunch and wouldn't tell me where he got off to. When I walked up to his room, he hid his D&D work and invited me to watch some show or other with him. Some show that didn't even seem to want to watch. The tournament was coming up this weekend, and I felt like rubbish. I'd been so preoccupied with Jared that I hadn't even practiced. I wasn't even seeing much of Mai. Everything felt utterly ridiculous. Now I waited for Jared to return. The show we were watching paused on some guy's gaping maw and half-open eyelids. He had received the call that there was a first-class mail for him, and he had gone to pick it up. I idly debated just getting up and leaving before he made it back. Of course, by the time I came to a decision, he was back. Jared shut the door behind him, having returned from going to get the mail, and walked slowly towards his seat, reading and rereading something in his hands. He looked pale, and I set my marker down as he collapsed into his chair. Jared, is something wrong? He held up an ornate piece of paper lined with intricate gold engravings. It reminded me a bit of the letter I received asking me for my presence at the tea ceremony. The Nakashido family cordially invites you to. His voice caught in his throat, and he put his head in his hands. Why didn't I see this coming? What is it? I snatched the letter from his hands. The Nakashita family cordially invites you to our yearly public tea ceremony and arts exhibition. Below the ornate script where there was clearly another message was supposed to go, was a jerky and angular scrawl. We request the presence of Jared Knockenbauer and his significant other to a special performance demonstrating the suitability and elegance of the future of the Nakashito family. Significant other was indented into the paper as though someone, for some reason, tried to kill the paper with those words. Well, that's not too bad, right? Hana, you don't understand. She wants to humiliate you. She wants to show you exactly how out of your league you are.
Seriously?
That's okay. I don't mind if I make a fool of myself. I mean, it'll suck in the moment for sure, but what do I care about what those people think of me? You don't get it. Even if you don't care, I do. If you're going with me, you are going to have to practice. I'll have to drill you on the basics, and maybe by the grace of Thor, you won't completely embarrass yourself or me. I clamped my mouth shut, stunned. An embarrassment to you? Really? The only way you can go is if you practice, and you will, won't you? No, I won't. Jared, I'm sick and tired of you being like this. I'm not going to enable you. I'm not going to help you. You want to keep lying to people and being destructive like this. I don't want to help. Jared turned away from me, staring absently at the TV, breathing deeply. I think you should leave. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean this. Oh, I got the bad ending. I got the bad ending. Fuck. Just fuck. Fine, I will. I can't believe this. First you act like a crazy person, and then you just demand for me to be as perfect as you pretend to be, and it's all just too much. Hana, I think we should break up. No, I don't want to break up with Jared. I'm sorry, we made mistakes. I didn't mean it. Love me, Jared. I don't want to read this. Hana, I think we should break up. I stopped, one hand hovering over my backpack. What? We clearly don't make each other happy, so we should break up. He looked levelly at me, not a spark of emotion on his face. He'd shut down and shut me out. But I'll see you at the tournament. He swiveled on his chair and pulled out one of his Dungeon Master books, DM books. I stood and watched, he scribbling on the page and completely and utterly ignoring me. Hot tears rolled down my cheeks. I stood there hovering over his couch, watching him. For minutes. A long time. Waiting for him to turn around. I don't know how much time passed, but when I finally grabbed my backpack to leave the room, my legs were stiff. I never made it to the tournament. No! There was no way I could show my face there after Jared dumped me. It didn't take long for word to get around to the rest of the students, and I fell somewhere between a laughingstock and a puppy stuffing out in the rain. Half the people made fun of me for daring to date him in the first place. The others mourned how much I must have sucked to cause Jared, of all people, to break up with me. He should have been able to make it work with anyone, the theory went. And so I was branded. Broken, crazy, ugly, insecure, any number of words. Eventually I stopped caring. Mai was the only person who stood with me through the whole thing, maintaining my innocence. Sometimes things just go that way, she said. I wanted to agree with her. I desperately wanted to agree with her. But no matter what I did, I couldn't fight the feeling that somewhere, somehow, I messed up. If I could just figure out where, maybe. Worst end. This is 2 for 2. We've sucked on. Okay. Well, I'm going to put a link in the description below to a straw poll, and you are going to vote who my next one will be. I'm trying to find my list, so I have a list of... Oh, no, I don't. So, let me know who you want me to play next, and hopefully I will pass whoever gets picked. I'm so sad. Actually, well, it won't let me do the thing. I was gonna try to freaking see who, I'm gonna see who we can play as. Oh, I'm so sad that I failed the Jared route. So sad. But it's okay, because I've decided that, like, every route I fail, I'm going to replay after I play through all the other ones. So we'll go through every other route, and if I failed all of them, I'll just restart at the beginning of the PvG and go back down. And, yeah. Creeps McPasta. You're so cool, Kanye West. Normal boots. Friendly. I love. Presented by Illa Seed. Great game. It's a great game, even though I keep losing. Thanks for playing. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Asagao Academy.
No. Oh, it was Jared. It's like taunting me. So we have John. Let me write these down on another piece of paper. John, Satch, Shane, and Gerard. That's who we're going to have our choices of next time. So it'll be John, Satch, Shane, or Gerard. So let me know in the straw poll down below who you think I should take on next. And maybe, just maybe, I will be able to date one of these boys and actually make the team. You know. With that being said, have yourselves a good day. And I will see you in the next episode of this, which will be on Tuesday. Bye!